The restaurant bathroom echoed with the sound of muffled sobs, soft, shaky, desperate. Anyone passing by might have ignored it. Anyone, except the man who had sworn an oath to protect the innocent long before he became her husband. And he recognized that voice instantly. Ethan Walker, former Navy SEAL, stopped in his tracks. His wife Lena was crying. And someone else was in there with her. He stepped closer, listening. A harsh voice hissed, "You think customers come here to see your sad face? Fix yourself or don't come back out. I should have never hired someone like you." Ethan froze, his hands tightened into fists. Some coward, was humiliating his wife. And they had no idea he was just outside the door. The story begins. Lena never thought she'd be working tables at 30. She had dreamed of becoming a graphic designer, maybe opening a small studio one day. But life didn't always go as planned. After her mother fell ill, bills piled high, and she took the first job she could find. Despite the long hours, Lena liked customer service. She liked making people smile. But things changed the moment Calvin Brooks, the new manager, arrived. A man who saw employees not as humans, but as tools. Calvin had a reputation for picking on the quiet ones, the vulnerable ones, the ones who couldn't fight back. And Lena was an easy target. Challenge 1, Calvin's cruelty. It started with small remarks. "You're too slow. Try smiling for once. Maybe this job is too hard for you." But today he crossed the line. In front of customers, he snapped when Lena accidentally spilled water while serving a family. "Are you blind or just stupid? Get it together." The restaurant fell silent, people stared, but nobody said a word. Lena held her breath as tears burned her eyes. She didn't defend herself. She just lowered her head and rushed to the bathroom. Calvin followed her. Inside the bathroom, Lena stood in front of the mirror, wiping tears, when the door slammed open. Calvin marched in, violating every boundary. "What was that disaster out there? I don't pay you to cry, pull yourself." Lena flinched. Calvin smirked at her fear. "You really are useless, aren't you?" A sob escaped her. And that's when the unexpected happened. A deep voice from behind Calvin said, "You need to step away from my wife, now." Calvin jerked around. Ethan stood in the doorway, broad-shouldered, calm, eyes cold enough to freeze fire. Calvin scoffed, "This is a staff area, who are you?" Ethan stepped forward, voice steady. "I'm the man you've been disrespecting by humiliating his wife." Lena exhaled shakily. Ethan gently guided her behind him. Calvin stuttered, suddenly nervous. "Look, I was just correcting her." "No," Ethan cut in, "you were bullying her." Challenge 2, the aftermath. Calvin's bravado faded. But Ethan wasn't shouting. He didn't touch the man. He didn't have to. His presence alone demanded respect. "You think tearing someone down makes you a leader?" Ethan asked calmly. "A real leader protects their team, builds them up. You're not a manager, you're a coward who hides his insecurity behind cruelty." Calvin snapped, "You can't talk to me like that." "I just did." People had gathered at the bathroom entrance, staff, customers, the owner's son. They had heard the entire confrontation. Calvin turned red. The owner's son stepped in. "Calvin, you're done, get out." "You can't fire me." "You're not fired," the young man said coldly. "You're banned." Challenge 3, Lena's feelings of failure. After Calvin stormed out, Lena sank onto a bench. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I should have handled it, I should have been stronger." Ethan kneeled in front of her. "Lena, being hurt doesn't make you weak. Staying kind in a world like this, that's real strength." She looked up with teary eyes. "But you always protect people, and here I am crying in a bathroom." "And here I am," he replied softly, "right beside you, not because you're weak, but because you matter." His words broke the wall inside her heart. She leaned into his arms and let herself cry, really cry, for the first time in months. A new beginning. The owner's son approached them. "Lena, I'm sorry you went through that. You've been one of our best employees from day one. We want you to stay, with a raise, and flexible hours so you can take classes if you want." Lena blinked. "Classes? Graphic design, right?" The young man smiled. "I remember you mentioning it once. We want to support you." Lena looked at Ethan, disbelief on her face. He smiled. "See, the world hasn't given up on you." For the first time in a long time, she felt hope again. The strong, inspiring message. Life will always have people like Calvin, people who think power is a weapon, people who break others to feel tall. But life also has people like Ethan, people who protect, love, and lift others. And sometimes, the strongest thing a person can do is simply say, "I deserve better." Because kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. And courage isn't always loud. Sometimes, courage is standing back up, even after someone tries to push you down.